here tell you, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego, it's hot, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, hot, fuego. I'm here tell you, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego. I'm here tell you, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego. I'm here tell you, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego, it's hot, fuego, it's hot. Knees itching with the ticks. I can teach arithmetics.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Naked Truth, your political hip-hop outlet. I'm Jimmy the Square Guy. I want to talk fly to you before you lie to you with my new host of the Monday edition, Lil Pookie. Not my co-host, the host.
The host.
The host.
I'm on everything.
You know, where you what?
I'm on everything.
Shit, you supposed to be.
They put that shit on me, everything. That's me. What's up, y'all? Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to today. And today we got a very, very serious show that I'm passionate about. But before we get into it, we got to at least get into our TNT.
Oh, yeah.
So, let's get into the show right now so we can bring our guest in.
That's what I'm talking about.
But right now, I want to ask you about this right here. Can y'all see that right now? We get into our TNT right now. It says, whites buy farms, Arabs buy stores, Indians buy hotels. What do blacks buy? I took that as an insult. I really did.
I'm being honest. I'm not going to say what you want me to say.
No, you better.
I'm going to say the truth.
You better say it.
I'm going to say the truth.
Say it.
They don't, if they did buy something such as a store or a club or something, some type of investment or whatever, we fall short because we don't support each other. Your Arabs support each other. Your white people, they iffy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, every other race support each other. We do not do that for each other at all. So the ones, if they do invest, and like I said, they don't get the support. But a lot of sisters is buying hair with money and buying petty stuff with money.
It may not have been meant as I took it, but I took it as an insult, as if blacks buy Jordans, hair, rims, old cars and fix them up. But I know a lot of blacks that's into real estate. They buy houses, flip houses, and like the guy over there next to me, Ed, Recreate Me. They all in type of real estates and whatnot. So no, blacks buy stuff too. We just not.
And I'm not saying that they don't, but it's such a big percentage that that fall into what I just said. It's a big percentage, man. I know a lot of people just like you do. I know successful people. I know failures. I know drug dealers. I know gangbangers. I know a lot of people. And in the little percentage of people that I know, we don't support each other.
You're right.
Fall up into that category.
In addition to that, you know what I think it is? I think it's just that those are a lot of the companies that we go to.
Right.
White-owned establishments, Indian or Arab-owned establishments.
So true.
We don't, and like you said, we don't support each other. We don't support each other by going into black-owned establishments. So we don't see the stuff that blacks do own. But blacks do buy things other than Jordan's hair and whatnot. Like you see, a lot of us don't.
Right.
I agree with that. And you have probably more successful whites and Arabs and Indians than you do in blacks in America.
Right.
And that's that's a given. But we buy things too. So whoever put that out there, for whatever reason you put it out there, I took an offense to it.
I'm offended that that question was even asked.
Well, it really a damn good question to me.
Yeah, right.
Because maybe they didn't know what blacks buy.
Yeah.
I don't even know who put it up there. It could have been a black.
I don't either. Where'd you find that?
I search everything, all kinds of crazy stuff. Well, you know what? I think I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more, and I'm gonna leave this alone. We're gonna get into our guests.
Okay.
We'll get into our guests right here today. But I had to ask this question here because this is something that so many people, this girl is somebody had it. I got to play this.
Who was that?
do not want good men. They prefer these type of brothers that don't have goals, that don't have a good job, that don't have drive, that don't have ambition, that aren't good protectors, that lack in these areas where a man should be plentiful in. They go for these type of men instead of a good man, because when they have this type of brother, they can tell him everything he's doing wrong. They can belittle him. They can disrespect him. And they like that. That's why when they were talking about it, they were laughing, they were giggling, they were giving each other high five. I'm like, yes, I talk to my man like that too. I could tell my man that too. Ha ha ha. They think it's funny because they like the idea that they feel superior over their man. They like feeling like they are in control of him. They like that position of authority, of power. They like being able to say, get the fuck up off my couch. I'm about to kick you out of my house. You need to do this. You ain't shit. They like being able to talk to men like that. They like that. But if the role was reversed and they did have a good man, now they can't talk to him like that. They can't be disrespectful to him. Now they actually have to watch their mouth. Now they have to level up. Now they might actually.
I'm not gonna play it all. What you think about that?
She sounds like she about 21 years old. That's kid stuff, man. I don't know no women in my age bracket. We're not gonna talk about my age bracket, but that think like that. I don't know any.
You'll be surprised.
I probably would, because I hope I don't know any.
You may not know any.
Yeah.
But you would be surprised that. Another question was, what do women really want in a man?
Right.
And as she said, a lot of times women go for a certain type of dude subconsciously because they feel like they want to be able to better this man. If they can't better him, they got some things to talk about. And I've heard a woman even told me one day recently, she said, man, I want you, I don't need you. She said, if I needed you, I wouldn't say the things that I say to you.
You're bringing me back to your first segment when you had me on the show.
I'm just telling you how people think.
That's how they think, though. Yeah. You're right. You are absolutely right. So that sounds juvenile. I don't know. Hopefully I don't know anybody like that. I mean, you know what I mean?
She may be young.
But yeah, her mentality is young.
She may be young, but that don't mean she ain't telling the truth.
She learned it from somewhere.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. A lot of women do have that mentality, like, well, it's not that bad. Maybe I can, change him a little bit or whatever. Mm-hmm. Or they may have the mindset, that smothery kind of, mentality. Mm-hmm. They want you there. Like, oh, well, where you at? No, I'm at work. Oh, well, what time you get off? You know what I mean? They got that smothery, might not be using the right word, mm-hmm. but they got that, just think he's supposed to be there all the time. Just as long as he at home, it's good.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna really bring that issue up and dig into it on another show. Yeah, because that can really go somewhere. But right now, I do want to bring our guest in because this is a topic that a lot of people really, really need to hear. Yeah. And our guest today is, how you pronounce it, GERRY or Gary? Gary MOONRE.
Gary Monroe.
From Jack Yates High School.
From JY, baby. We got us a JY lion in the building right now.
He's a lion.
A tiger and a bear.
Fighting for the Marlins.
Yep.
And y'all, this is an incident that many of you may not know about. It was a girl that was allegedly jumped on by a police officer and a principal. And prior to her being put in handcuffs, she had no bruises on her. But somehow, when the cuffs got on her and came off, this girl was bruised up. I saw the pictures. And I think, once people really see what's going on and hear what's going on, I think they get more involved. Right. And this guy's going to really give us some insight on what happened and what they plan on doing about it. Right. So we're going to bring Mr. Gary Monroe on in and get this thing rolling. There y'all go, Mr. Gary Monroe right there.
What's going on?
What's up, G? What's up?
Same old thing. Let me get situated.
Come on, let me get situated, man.
All right.
So, you situated?
I'm ready.
Well, hey, man, people want to know what is actually going on with this Madison High School thing. And first of all, why you got involved in it? That's what we need to know.
Actually, I don't go looking for clients to represent. I don't go out there chasing folk. Her mom reached out to me on Facebook and inboxed me, sent me the pictures And when I saw the pictures, I immediately called her mom, and that's how I got involved.
And what did her mom tell you that actually happened?
Well, her mom, I mean, I could talk to mom all day, but I needed to talk to the kid because mom wasn't at the school. So, you know, according to what I understand, 2 girls were in the bathroom. My client that allegedly got assaulted was in the bathroom putting lashes on her friend. And at that point, the principal came in, and the principal told them they had 10 seconds to get out, and she did a countdown. So they didn't make the countdown.
Right.
So at that point, the principal reached to grab the glue for the lashes out of my client's hand. And her hand, by snatching it back, brushed against the principal's hand, who my client then said immediately started hollering assault.
Your client started hollering assault?
No, the principal. Started hollering assault. So, you know, I think it was a level of separation. And kid trying to get out the bathroom, cop shows up and grabs her, slams her against a glass wall or something, and slams her to the floor. Puts the cuffs on her, takes her down to the police office, roughly slams her in the chair, and immediately picks up and slams her to the floor again. So, you know, that's basically what happened. Received no documentation as far as what she was charged with. Mom goes to pick her up from the police department, gets no documentation at all. So, I mean, this happened last Tuesday, and that's basically what it was. Now, that's just me saying it in 30 seconds, but you can imagine how long this actually went on. And I don't have a problem telling you the people I spoke with, nothing, because I dug off into it. And the one thing I ain't gonna never do, I'm not gonna represent or help somebody that I feel is wrong. I respect the law. I may not agree with all the most Jim Crow laws, but I respect the law. So if you violated the law in any capacity, I'm not taking you on as a client. Deal with the consequences.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
And in this case, there was no violation of the law on her part.
She never touched the principal. Even if she looked like she was going at her, she never touched that principal. You see what I'm saying? So my thing is when I looked at the pictures, I can tell you the bruises around the wrist, I'm gonna say that's because the cuffs got too tight. When you got the cuffs on and you're wiggling, you can tighten the cuffs up on your own. But the bruises on her face, the bruises on her arms, where did it come from? That's my question. And the biggest mystery to me right now is district policy, which states that if something like this happens.
And look, there go some of the bruises right there on her arm, y'all. You keep talking.
Yeah, something like that happens, you know, you're supposed to, at that point, remove the individuals that are involved, supposedly, immediately remove them from the campus. That's what you're supposed to do. Immediately remove them from the campus. Well, I know that's true because I had a white teacher at an elementary school that allegedly put their hands on a black child. Didn't matter what color the child was. But they immediately removed her from the campus. This has not been done. Now, this happened last Tuesday.
And what happened? What's this bruise right here? It's like a bite mark.
From what I understand, that's where the principal grabbed her. So he's saying the principal put the bruises on her arms.
But that look more of, seriously, that look like a top teeth and a bottom teeth. They don't look like a grab. So something else went on right there.
We can't, based on what my client told me, the principal grabbed her by the arm. And
know what? That could be that too. A claw. That could be a claw. So they do look like that.
Grabbed her by the arm. Yeah, you hear me saying allegedly. Grabbed her by the arm, and the cop did the bruises to the face with the slamming. The bruise on the eye is from her being slammed and hitting her eye on a socket in the floor. For some strange reason, HISD is building schools and putting sockets on the floors.
There's a picture of her eye right there.
Yeah.
Let me get a better picture of it. Get a picture of the eye. Is that the bruise on her face right there?
Yep. You can clearly see it.
Can y'all see that bruise right there? Right there on her face. Wow.
Inhumane.
So her civil rights were violated, regardless of what anyone thinks. And right now we can't get any clarification as to why district policy is not being followed.
Right.
Now understand, I'm pro-black. I will get down for my black people 24/7, but I'm pro-right. So if I can go out there and I can jam up a Latino principal or a white principal for doing something wrong, I'm gonna hold this black principal accountable.
Exactly.
And as I told her, I know you good people. You know, I don't have a history of dealing with you, but district policy should be followed. And if you feel that you didn't do anything to this child, the admirable thing would be, let me follow district policy, step away from the school, let you investigate, clear me so I can get back to my school.
So, and they're hindering you in that?
Man, them people ain't removed them people, man.
So, okay.
So she's still just working like normal.
She said she's still doing her normal routine.
And I think you said something on Facebook about they're trying to cover it up.
Oh, ain't no question they trying to cover it up. Let me tell you something, man. If you think the Houston Police Department is rogue, try dealing with HISD police. I'm gonna give you an example. Let the world know. HISD police is in court right now in Harris County, Harris County Court, because they're dealing with an issue from 2015 where one of their officers got a girl pregnant at North Forest and she had the baby.
What?
But they covered it up. And I was the one that figured it out. Brought it out last year. They had no choice, but the people started resigning. All of a sudden, we saw a big shift in HID police. People resigning, people getting terminated, people just leaving because they got caught.
Right.
So now we have to trust this same organization to investigate this about one of their people. No.
So you're saying this is HISD police and not Harris County police?
Man, this HISD police, man.
Okay, so I thought they was, I didn't know they were two separate.
Two separate things.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
So, have the parents hired an attorney or they just got you?
They don't need an attorney right now. Trust me, we going that route.
And I believe you. I
we
believe you're
don't
going to
even need an attorney.
I believe you too. That's why
let me tell you how these people live, man. Because I'm on the naked truth, right?
Okay, yeah, tell me like
I'm on the naked truth, man. Let me tell you what these people. First of all, these people want to assassinate my character. Let's get something straight.
Yeah.
I'm Gary Monroe from 3rd Ward, Texas. I don't give a damn about none of them people. I only care about kids. So you can't assassinate my character. I drink, I smoke cigarettes, I cuss every single day. That's who I am.
That doesn't discredit you though.
It does not discredit me nor the work that I've done.
No.
So to act like what's going on now, we're gonna discredit him. Well, you can't discredit me because I ain't falling for it.
Right.
So what they'll try to do is they'll try to discredit the young lady by looking at her disciplinary record. Oh, she was a problem. Well, I want you to know she ain't got but one infraction in her file.
No.
So when you go to put 5 or 6, I'm already on top of it. She got one infraction in her file. And at the end of the day, it does not matter.
That's right.
You know why it doesn't matter? Did Eric Garner have a prior arrest record? Did Trayvon Martin have something on his record?
No.
Did Sandra Bland have something on her record? Let me put it to you like this. The most infamous case in the history of the United States to me, Rodney King had an extensive arrest record. What did that have to do with?
And was currently breaking the law when they pulled him over.
Exactly. So what did that have to do with them using excessive force? So it is what it is. So, you know, my client ain't did nothing to be handled like that.
Like that, exactly.
What should have happened, you detain her, call mom. If she doesn't calm down, then you run her. You run her. But this child, I'm 5'4". This child is shorter than me. Why you slam a kid in the cuffs? I don't care what nobody tell me right now. I don't care if she was out of control. When she put the cuffs on, she wasn't.
Right.
So why did you slam her with the cuffs on? 4 feet 9 inches and you can't handle her? And that's why when I went over there to do my press conference the other day, I told him, won't you tell the cop to come out the building? I'm a grown ass man, and we can get it in since you like beating up on little girls.
You gonna fight the cop, man.
Man, a cop is a man. And more importantly, that cop is a coward.
Yeah.
And any adult that sat there and watched that is a coward.
So that happened on the grounds of Madison High School.
Yes, ma'am.
James Madison High School, that's over in the Highland Park area for those who don't know. And again, I'm passionate about this situation because I know it may seem like an isolated incident, but there's a lot of things that's going on in the school district that a lot of people just not talking about.
That's
If you know the history of HISD and their police department, this ain't no isolated incident.
Mm-hmm.
This has happened before, and according to kids from the campus right now, this officer has done this 4 additional times to 4 additional students.
The same guy.
The same guy.
And have anybody else come forward about it? Or just
And they scared. Let me tell you,
which is understandable.
HISD creates an atmosphere of fear, whether it's for the kids, for the parents, or for the teachers. That is why I am public enemy number 1, because I don't fear them.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to act like I'm out of control and I'm this and that, but it's just because I don't fear them. I know my rights. I know the laws. Like people are saying, well, she should have done what the cop told her. So I'll ask y'all a question. If a cop asks you to see your ID, what you gonna do?
Show my ID.
Why? Because according to the law, if you've not committed a crime, you don't have to ID yourself.
But you
Listen to what I just said. According to the law, you do not have to ID yourself unless you've been identified for committing a crime. But since you don't know the rules, you don't know the law, you just gonna do it thinking this is what I'm supposed to do.
Exactly.
So that what she did, didn't show the ID?
No,
Okay.
the young
Just
lady.
speaking in general.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
understand
speaking in
that.
general.
I'm just trying to find out actually what I know. I heard what he said.
All she did was in the
Right.
bathroom putting the glue on her friend's eyelashes. And she did not make the 10-second countdown to get out the bathroom. So now I got people saying, well, she was late for class. Well, I was at Madison yesterday for a press conference at 8:30 in the morning. I saw about 300 to 500 kids walking in. School started at 8:30.
Yeah.
From 8:30 to 9, I seen about 300 to 500 kids walking in.
Late.
Did
Did they get slammed and all that stuff?
Hell no. But for one little bit of activists doing a press conference with about 40 police out there. Was I scared? No. Not at all.
So now, how are parents looking at you now about this song, supporting you?
You got
against you? What they doing?
you have a lot of parents that support me, but the issue is you have a lot of Madison alumni that's upset right now because this shines
About what?
This shines a bad light on their school. Well, let me help y'all for a second. Minus last year, you ain't met the state accountability. You ain't met the state accountability stuff as it pertains to your school being IR for the last 3 years. It ain't been peaches and cream over there.
Right.
You got fights every day right now. 9, 10 fights a week easily that nobody's addressing the discipline on. So the thing is, I'm not getting flack from the parents. I'm getting flack from the wannabe so-called uppity Negroes from Harlem Clark that don't want people to really know what's really going on down there.
And none of them is in support of what you're trying to do.
And they don't have to be.
I know you gonna do your own thing.
But most people with common sense are in support.
Right.
You know, and to support me means that you only want me to go get justice for this child.
Right.
So, you know.
Right.
And so what is being done? I heard you say they planning on doing something about this. The students and all. What is being planning?
Supposedly HISD is actively investigating, but I don't see that being a true investigation with those people still on the campus.
Yeah.
And having the ability to intimidate witnesses
Right.
and different things. I don't see that being a true investigation.
Exactly.
I also know that we filed an IAD report with HISD police. One of my teammates has filed a CPS report because CPS should have been notified.
Yeah.
So there are other things that we're gonna do tonight, and then of course I didn't contact them. The Department of Justice contacted me.
Right.
So you know we got some things we finna do.
Okay.
And this ain't finna take us 30, 40 years. You know, we finna do this in the next 24 to 48 hours.
Right.
And you're not gonna reveal what that is.
No, not some.
And know what, I understand that. Don't put your hand to the people.
Well, I'm gonna tell the nigga truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be straight up with you.
But
I'm gonna make it. I need, whether it be the superintendent, who I got a lot of love for,
yeah,
whether it be one of the board members, the COO, or whoever. Practice, you know, next year they're bringing cursive writing back to the state of Texas. I need you to work on signing your signature on this check.
Right.
Because I'm finna sue the shit out of you. That's what you're gonna get. See, the only way you're gonna make these big corporations mine, you gotta affect their bottom line. When you start affecting their money, they start changing the way they operate. So the lawsuit is coming.
That's it.
Now, let's ask the ultimate question.
What
got you so involved in all this?
Well, I got sick about 4 years ago when I was in the hospital, major surgery. Had to get a colostomy bag, and recovering in the hospital, God had to talk with me. And he told me, you're doing your assignment, but you're not doing it the way I told you. And if you don't start doing what I told you, then I'm going to shorten your days. So when I got out the hospital, I needed to be on bed rest for about 6 weeks. 2 days after I got out, I was on the track. I was at Orem and Cullen at that park on the track, trying to get stronger and faster. So ever since then, I've just been running and doing whatever he sends to me. I don't go looking for assignments. They find me. He sends them to me. And because he sent me these assignments, in 3 years I've had 130 assignments with 130 wins.
Damn.
He knew who to give the assignments to.
That part. That part.
The man bet what, 1,000. Damn, you had 130 and you
130.
And
that's not just HISD. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That's HISD. That's Fort Bend ISD. That's Katy. That's Cy-Fair. That's all the way up in Carrollton, Texas. Shreveport, Louisiana. So it don't matter where you at. If the OG show up, it's a win before we get there.
Because if God give it to you,
obedience.
I'm just, honestly, I get tired some days. Right now, I'm in the middle of just being tired. Not because it wears me out physically. It's because I'm fighting a system that can change for these children in a heartbeat. They can make it better tomorrow.
Right.
And I'm just like, the Negroes don't want to fight for their kids. The oppressor ain't gonna fight for you anyway, because he oppressing you.
Like Pookie and I was talking earlier. I think a lot of parents and those who not fighting, I think we just got relaxed. We done got comfortable with a little bit of success we got. And now we don't want to cause no waves in the water.
Let me put it to you like this here. This is what's wrong with black people, not just in Houston, but in America in general. The United States of America is a big plantation. All right? And you know, the light skins used to work inside of the plantation. And us darkies, we would be out in the fields.
Right.
The Negroes that ain't opening their mouth right now because your voter rights are being suppressed, because education for your children is messed up, because they're just killing us in the streets with the cops. That's because you living in the big house mentality right now. You got your 40 acres and a mule right now. You got your house. You got your car. I'm not finna mess up nothing for these niggas over here on the south side. I live in Savannah. I'm not finna mess this up for them niggas in South Lawn. I'm not going over there and help them.
Yeah, they got that attitude until it happened to them.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
that's exactly what I was about to say.
Then they want to call your phone for some help.
Yeah.
The white man is realistically not my problem right now as I see in America. The black man, successful, forgetting about his people, is the main problem. You forgot you grew up in the CUNY homes, and now you live in Memorial.
Right.
You were supposed to come back to the hood and grab somebody and help them get to where you at. You don't hide the game, you share it.
Yep.
If anybody comes to me, teach me about what you do.
Yeah.
Well, here you go, baby.
Yeah, don't give me nothing. Just give me the game. Let me play it like I'm a play. And you know what I'm saying? I just said I just had the same conversation. But the reality of all of this stuff is people they turn a deaf ear and a blind eye until it happens to them. when they lose a kid or something happens to their kid,
or they get themselves get accused.
Exactly.
You know
then now it's just this old.
You know how many of these uppity parents want to be uppity Negroes like they got it all together, don't even have insurance on their kids.
Yeah.
And when your kids get to running these streets and you acting like between Pookie and Monroe, oh, they don't know, I ain't gonna say nothing. Okay, but when your kid get out there running them streets and get his head knocked off his shoulders,
right?
Can we do a GoFundMe? But you balling, ain't you? You balling, ain't you?
They don't want to hear that.
See what I'm saying? This why people, whether you black or white, this why people don't like me. Because I'm gonna keep it real. Right now I'm checking my people. Because the way that we are right now is the way that we've set the game up to be for us.
Exactly.
You have the power to vote. You won't get your black ass out the house and go vote. Ooh. You won't even do it. Right. So what the hell did Medgar Evers die for? Why did Dr. King have to die if all the rights that you got right now you won't even fucking exercise? What did they do it for? Was it in vain?
Exactly. That's the truth, though.
I like y'all show, man. I can be me.
There you go.
Man, I can be me.
You see the side of that, don't you? Right there, baby. Nigga, you feel like a TIA.
No more than that.
And
keep it 100.
And I heard you earlier. If you want to call her name, that's on you.
I'm good.
I heard you earlier.
I'm snitching.
You was battling with some woman because she talking about you don't know her and all that type of stuff.
It was a Madison mom.
Oh, tell me.
I mean, she's a Madison alumni. Her son goes there. I don't remember. I blocked her, so I don't remember.
Oh man.
But the thing is you know, her attitude is like, you don't know what you talking about. Let me tell you something, man.
Oh, wow.
So you say this the naked truth, so I'm gonna spit the real butt naked right now. I want people to understand what I do.
Right.
When you laying up with your woman, I'm dealing with education. When you drunk in the club, I'm dealing with education. When you on Christmas break and Thanksgiving, getting free turkey from your local crooked politician, I'm dealing with education. This 365 days a year for me. I don't play this game. Understand what I said. If I stop working, this man upstairs gonna shorten my days. So those that want to run their mouth, it's cool.
Right.
But you ain't got the balls to stand in front of the oppressor and tell them what I say. You ain't got the guts to stand up and tell these people in their face and mean what you say.
But they mad at you because you do.
You mad at me because I'm exposing it. And what I'm doing along the way, you don't hear me talking bad about white folk in this video. You don't hear me talking bad about Latino. I'm checking these house niggas.
That part.
I'm checking these house niggas, man.
That part.
Yeah.
And the house niggas that's the worst, it ain't the ones living in the fancy houses and driving the cars.
Right.
It's the niggas laying up right next to you that's drinking beer with you at happy hour. On the cool, they house niggas. They ain't real about this. They faking, man. And that's why I ain't going to your damn marches no more. I don't want to work with your non-profits no more. I'm not going to your galas no more. Because when I'm telling you what the problem is, you don't want to hear it. I said it 3 years ago. Houston, we have a gang problem.
Yeah.
And now everybody up in arms because everybody getting killed. What the hell you thought was going to happen?
Right.
You know the most dangerous child is one that has a diploma but armed with a subpar education.
Say that again.
The most dangerous child walking is one that has a diploma but walking around with a subpar education.
Now,
right.
Explain to them what a subpar education is. They may not.
Every time you send your black child to an HISD school, elementary, middle, or high school, they're getting a subpar education.
But now some say, hey, you saying that, but I can't afford nothing else. So what do I do now?
But you afford all that Gucci and Prada?
I ain't got no kids.
Hold on, you can't. I'm just talking about people. But this is my thing. They can't afford to buy school supplies. You run around here in August to all the free shit, getting all the free shit that should be for people that really can't afford it. And then your fucking child end up graduating, it's prom time. Where the fuck you get $2,000 to rent a Lamborghini? Bitch, you had the money the whole time. So all this about I can't afford this and can't afford that, that's just for me and you, the ones that feel bad to do the shit that we do. Let me tell you who can't afford something. Mm-hmm. This child that I'm representing has 3 other siblings and a mom, a single mom. Mm-hmm. They've been homeless for 5 months. They just got somewhere to live. Let me finish. They got somewhere to live. They just got somewhere to live. Mm-hmm. And mom say, Mr. Monroe, it's hard for me to get, to get food. Let me tell you something, man. When my kids show up in school every morning, you don't know what the hell they done been through for the last 16 hours.
Come on.
You don't know what life they done lived in the last 16 hours. Mm-hmm. So I told mom, I say, I got a team. Mr. Monroe, you ain't got to do that. You got me fucked up. Yes, I do.
Nah.
Baby, you finna have all the food you need. It is what it is. When I leave here, I'm going to get my portion.
There you go.
So this child dealing with what she dealing with, you don't know what she was going through that morning.
Oh my.
But that's one child.
She could have been trying to make $10 to buy some food.
You never know.
You never know.
Lashes.
For lashes, I'd do it for $10, girl. You never know what she's trying. I didn't. Wow.
Oh my God. I need some personal information from you before you leave.
No problem.
Wow.
Jesus.
And now with the living situation.
I hope y'all paying attention.
For real.
Listening.
This is a serious situation that needs some serious attention. Some attention that he's giving to it.
It could be your kid.
Sure, right.
You know what I mean?
Let me tell you something, man. We gotta understand where we are with education with these schools. Schools only want your kids to sit in that desk at a certain time in the morning so they can get paid by the state of Texas. Mm-hmm. Right now, and I'm telling it right now, Lawson Middle School, what it look like when you're cheating on the STAR test. I'm putting it out there. Albert Thomas, what it look like when you're cheating on the district assessment tests. Well, how you know they cheating? I got the goddamn test at home on my desk. How I get it?
Wow.
Huh?
Crickets.
Yes, crickets.
I
say, but baldness.
I ain't supposed to have this. I mean, shit. Principal at Lawson on my page, the video still there. Lady, I bust you for falsifying timesheets. You taking my tax money while you sitting at home. This is you selling food in the school. Got the kids missing class selling food in the school. To the tune of about $11,000-12,000 a month. Ain't no money been turned into the office.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
This is what I got on these people. I'm not in the business of being liked. I'm in the business of telling the truth.
That's it.
And at the end of the day, our kids deserve an education. You got these kids going to these buildings for other purposes.
Right.
The man, they say they got going to the schools. He said they got them going to the buildings. Wow. So, they have a place to stay now.
Yeah, they good now.
And they definitely don't have the money for an attorney, so they got you, which is something far better than an attorney. Because an attorney is going to fight for money and not for what's right.
Right.
I'm about what's right. You know, I do have clients that pay me. So I mean, let's get that straight. Because the white folk been doing it, they get paid, but when the black men do it any better, or why are you charging people?
Yeah.
Man, y'all got some gas money? I need gas to get around here. I pay for information when I need info.
People,
so
they go to the number right there, 832-649-8406. Man, y'all call in, let us know how y'all feel about this issue with this lady. We're talking about the young lady at Madison High School that was allegedly assaulted by the principal and HISD police. And they're trying to cover it up. They're trying to cover it up. Yeah. And now they got somebody on their team that's betting 1,000. The man is 130 for 130. Yeah. Man, Mike and Dick the Garrett ain't got no track record like that.
Y'all call in. That number again.
It's right there on the TV screen.
832-649-8406.
Right there on
Make
the
that
TV
phone
screen.
ring. Talk to Mr. Gary Monroe.
Now,
he is on fire right now. Y'all call in and give your input on the topic that we have today.
And now, what are they planning on doing about it? Just walk out.
Well, the kids, I spoke to one of their student leaders, and I've been knowing this child, didn't even know it for 4 years, so I watched her go through here for 4 years.
Right.
And they are upset not just about what happened with the young lady with the assault.
Right.
I mean, they have other issues. They try to talk to the administration. The administration blows them off, ignores them. Then the biggest problem for them right now is the cop is walking around with his chest poked out. Like he got away with something.
Before you go in, if I'm curious, black, white, or Hispanic?
Black.
Okay.
Black.
And see, that's another thing, not to cut you off. I mean, you know, and race is a factor in a whole lot of issues. But some people are so quick to pull that race card like it's a bunch of black, ignorant people too.
True.
You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie. When I see a white boy running from the laws, get arrested, slammed to the ground or whatever, I'm like,
yes.
I feel a certain way. I do.
Oh,
I'm being
them too,
real
huh?
sorry. Yeah.
Finally, you too,
Be
huh?
like, oh, they got you, Bill. Yeah, that's how I feel.
So, now they plan to do what now?
Well, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, a bunch of students decided they were going to walk out in protest of the principal not being removed, as well as the officer. They have concerns about the safety of their learning environment, which they have a lot of fights every day. No discipline for the kids that's doing it. They're sent right back to class, and that doesn't help the classroom or the teacher that's teaching it. They're also, the younger ones that are not seniors have a problem with the fact that maybe the principal may bring over a bunch of new teachers next year from an elementary school that she was at. That's a big jump from elementary to high school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they have valid concerns. And my thing is, I've always told the district, when are you going to listen to the kids?
Right.
When are you going to listen to the kids? But I tell you this here, like you said, race is a factor.
Yeah.
You go listen to them white kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
You'll go over there and listen to them white kids.
you know why? Because their parents will get involved. Their parents want them to have the same prosperous, effective education.
And I can't be mad at those parents.
Right.
Like I said,
Just
we
mad
have
that we
rights.
don't get involved like that.
We don't have the time.
No.
And here's the excuse. Oh, I worked 2 jobs. Oh, let me stop you, man. My mama made $119 a week.
Wow.
She never missed a program. She went to every school function. She was up there checking on me. So that excuse that these folk is giving, but they can't go to these schools, is a flat out lie.
Yep.
You don't want to invest in the school.
Right.
You don't want to invest in the PTO, but yet you complain about what the white parents do.
Right.
But why don't you do the same damn thing?
Right. Right.
You can't, I'm at Yates. Just, I'd love to challenge and see how many of these folk give money to the school with their good lying ass. What money you done gave around here? So
that's my thing. A lot of these, and I think I was talking to you. I was talking to somebody earlier when I said, you know, people like, hey, my birthday coming up, we're gonna turn up and all this stuff. But you got teenage kids at home. You got young kids at home that really need your undivided attention. So here's to your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a time and a place for everything.
Turn them up, huh?
Yes,
Exactly.
man. It's your turn is done. Your turn is done. Enjoy that's your birthday. It's not my birthday. And then they get in your feelings when you don't come to their birthday shenanigans.
well, let me tell you what I don't do right now.
Again, they got a number on the TV screen,
Y'all
832.
call in right now.
832-649-8406, the number right there on the TV. Y'all need to call in. Man, get in, and you got kids watching this too. Y'all give these kids some support.
Yes,
Let them
man.
kids know that they're not alone in what they're fixing to do.
That's
It
right.
may not be right,
That's right.
according to some people, but we gotta call them. It may not be right, but guess what? Protest is what got us where we are today.
Exactly.
Right.
Welcome to the Naked Truth. What's your truth?
How's it going? Naked Truth? I'm really liking the show today, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Got a couple quick questions for you, guests.
All right.
I'm myself born and raised in Third Ward. You know, JY Fly grad. You know, from the neck of the woods, and you know, I get back in my own way. I got a couple of nonprofits. I do a lot of intervention and prevention kind of stuff. I definitely know that there's a lot of corruption in the school system, specifically with HISD. I also know that it's just really epidemic in terms of just the poor quality of education overall, and the fact that they're just kind of pushing our kids through school, and more than anything trying to teach them how to be good test takers. Like they're not really being educated, they're being trained, and just prepared to get pushed out into a world that they're kind of ill prepared for.
Right.
But I do know that I do see that you do, again a lot of advocacy, man, for these kids. But my question is, with all the dirt that you have on all of these people, as well as all the clear problems that are plaguing specifically HIV, well, I mean, what's being done about it? I mean, outside of you, where's the noise? And how do we fix that?
Well, first of all, most of the corruption that goes on is internally inside the central building. And that means that the people that are in that building, they'll never talk because they're too worried about losing their jobs. Now, the thing that's going on the campuses, all it takes is for the principal to admit who's making her do this. I've sat down with federal agents who told me, I don't want the dude selling the rocks, I want the plug. You see what I'm saying? So the teachers would be protected if they would just tell the truth. Exactly. Who has you cheating on these tests? Who has you signing, saying that we're providing services for special ed kids and we're not, and we're still charging the state of Texas? Who's telling you to do it? But they too scared to lose their job.
Or some of the benefits or the kickbacks that they may be getting from doing it.
Right. I mean, they all getting paid, big dog, but from me to you, I got the dirt, and I got some more dirt last night, and I ain't feeling it, and I told it to an official at 10 o'clock last night. I'm finna bust them in their head with it, man. Whether it make the news or not. I'm finna just unload, empty my suitcase, and do what I do. If they could just get to this phone, man, I got you on Texas in the phone right now, and I'll show y'all when we come off that. Matter of fact, hold on.
I gotta show you.
I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you.
Carl, you got anything else you want to ask?
No, like I said, I just love what you do, man. Like I say, the reality is, man, we have very few people, man, who got the I guess it's the naked truth, I can say, got the balls, man.
The balls, baby.
What needs to be done when it comes to just making just cleaning up things, man, and really being concerned about our youth, and inner city community. And so my thing is, I'm just trying to figure out how to get more people involved and doing more of what he's doing, because he's only one person, man. He can only do so much.
Exactly.
And you know what, man? I'm gonna tell you, it'd be great if I had more help. But honestly, dog, you got to be a soldier in this. These people will tap your phones.
Oh yeah.
They will follow you home. Oh, they like the mob, dog.
Yeah.
So for 6 years, ask yourself how I'm standing.
God.
Because I'm just like the mob. You got one shot at me, partner. And if you miss, you're finna have some street problems. So they already know not to play with me like that, dog.
Right.
So, what did you want to show us?
All right.
All right, but thank you,
caller.
Hit that like button and share button. Thank you, man.
I'm gonna show you when I come off, and maybe I can come back another day, and then because I don't want to cut them off.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine.
So
I don't know. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I don't know if you were in here when I remembered where I actually met Gary for the first time. And I guess it was about 6 years ago. I'm not sure, but we were at a Madison and Yates game. And our side, the Madison side, was pretty full, and the Yates side was kind of empty. So I was teasing Kissy, the little girl that had cancer. I was teasing her, and her mom was like, "Y'all go on the Yates side, ain't you from Yates or whatever?" We laughed it off or whatever. She was like, "I'm Kissy, mama. I'll see where I want to sit." We laughed or whatever. And once it got to halftime for Yates to perform, they were listening to their music on the intercom. There was no band. And I was like, well, what's going, we all trippy and we're making fun and we're laughing and stuff, not knowing what was really going on. So Gary was sitting directly in front of me. He turned around and he was like, y'all laughing. It's not really funny because the whole band flunked out.
And I reported him.
That is the point. That at that moment, I knew we had a major problem.
Stop.
Yes.
Quick.
Yes.
The band flunked out.
Well, they flunked out and they had aspirations of marching that Friday night. And I told them, y'all flunked, y'all not getting on the field. Wow. You don't deserve to get on it. You're a student before you anything else.
Ooh, they did not like you for that.
Well, they ain't like me. They love me now. Because most of them have graduated, they doing good things, and they appreciate it now that I was that tough to stand that tough for them. Right. Because that's what the school system is not doing.
Yes.
They just letting these kids go with no education, man. And these people running around here, oh, my child made the honor roll. Well, if your child went from, say, Booker T, and I'm not saying Booker T kids are dumb, but say they came from Booker T, and then they had to go to Elkins. Man, your child so far behind in learning is unreal.
Wow.
Your child so far behind in learning is unreal.
Right.
So the quality of education that our kids are getting right now is subpar because they're educating them differently on different sides of towns.
Right.
Okay, let me ask you this real quick also. Now, in this peaceful protest that they plan to do tomorrow, you will be there.
I'll be there.
And in a nutshell, what are the responses are you getting? Are people supporting you in being there with them, or telling you to discourage them in doing it? What is their purpose?
People are saying, people that are available say they're going to come out, they're going to help. I've done protests 1,000 times. So, I just want to make sure that if the kids do protest, let me tell you how we got to do it, what we're going to do. We're not going to be unruly. If it gets unruly, we're going to shut it off and you go back on the campus. Right. Your goal, since you want to protest, is to have these people listen to you and address your concerns.
Yeah.
And if they come out and they're willing to do that, these kids are willing to listen. These are not dumb kids.
That's right.
They know exactly what time to come out to school.
So this is black students or Madison students?
Madison is predominantly Latino.
Exactly.
But when I'm dealing with kids, I don't see a color.
But see, that's why I asked you that, because I know that Highland Park has changed a lot. It's dominantly Hispanic now.
Right.
So I didn't know if it was the black students that was having the issue.
Oh, I mean, bro, let me tell you something. An injustice against one is an injustice against all.
That's
true.
It.
You see what I'm saying? Those that don't want to walk out to school, they'll benefit from those kids doing it.
That's right.
So, my Latino babies have a voice just like the black babies have a voice.
Right.
But we have to learn how to figure out how to work together as a collective unit.
Yeah.
And then do they have someone that's going to come forth and speak of the issue?
Yes, they have their student reps. They are very organized. I've not had to tell them much of nothing. I just want to make sure that they don't violate the law and the law don't violate them.
There you
go. Now, look, we got to wind down, man. Tell the people, in case something else happens and they need you, is there any way they can get in touch with you? God may stir their brain up to...
It's easy. You can get me on Facebook, Gary Monroe, GERRY MONROE. Yeah, I got multiple pages, so send a friend request to all of them.
That's how I found you.
So, and my phone number is 832-591-9681. If you can't find me, somebody know how to get to me.
You stuttered a little bit. Get that again. You messed them up.
My number 832-591-9681.
There you go. Nice.
And you can call me whether you're a teacher, a parent, administrator, the janitor, I don't care. Let's go to war, man. I mean, because if it's wrong, it's wrong.
Let's do it. And you guys can also see Mr. Monroe at the youth event, which will take place on May 11th. It's on a Saturday. On May 11th, from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., bring them teenagers out. And no kids are too young. They're sponges actually when they're that young or whatever, but don't expect no babysitters. Bring those kids out, man. It's time for change. It takes a village. It takes a community.
And that let them sit in front of the TV so you don't have to be bothered with them.
Exactly.
Guess what? You may not be bothered with them on that Saturday, but if you don't start attending to them kids, they're going to do something that you're going to be bothered with them for a lifetime.
That's it. Then we're going to be doing GoFundMes and car washes and stuff. We don't want your babies to have to go through
Mama, can you send me $20?
Yeah, one of the two. Trying to stop it, y'all. It takes a community. I will see y'all April the 11th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. all of my motivational speakers. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all. And thank y'all for tuning in to The Naked Truth.
And again, this is a very serious issue that a lot of people need to attend to. Remember, they're doing a peaceful protest walkout tomorrow at 10 o'clock at James Madison High School. Mr. Monroe going to be present to make sure that they don't violate the law and the law don't violate them. So, man, y'all get out and support the dude, because these are the kids that interact with your kids.
That's right.
You may think it doesn't bother you or it doesn't concern you, but guess what? For the last week, 2 weeks, pizza guys been robbed and killed. Convenience store people been robbed and killed. And them are some kids that's disturbed, that's running wild, that doesn't know any better. And them very kids can interact with your kids, or them very people that's doing that can turn out to be your kids. So we got to get out there and grab these kids while we can. Let's get out there and support this man.
That's right.
And that's our show for today. And we thank you again, Mr. Monroe, for coming, man.
No problem.
Thank you, man. And you welcome to come back anytime you want to, man. Anytime. And that's the Naked Truth for the day. I'm Jimmy the Square Guy, the One Talk Fly Tea for Elati, with my new host of the Monday edition is Lil Pookie. And we will see y'all again Friday. We got a bully show coming up Friday about bullies.
Really?
Yeah, because being bullied in the hood and being bullied in River Oaks is two totally different forms of bullying.
Yeah.
What about bullying in Sci-Fair and the 10-year-old gets off the bus and hangs himself?
Exactly.
And the parents didn't call me.
They did?
They call you?
Oh my God.
I might have to make myself free for Friday.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
That's why we're doing a bully show.
So that's
Friday.
the show for, okay.
Friday we're doing a show about bullying because this is a serious issue.
Yes.
And again, those in River Oaks deal with things differently than you being in South Park and you being bullied.
Right.
And that's even pressure on the parents. They expect the parents to deal with it differently. Your parents are snitching there, she called the police.
Yeah.
But in River Oaks, if you call the police, you support it.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do around there. But we'll be back Fridays, 5:30 to 6:30. It's the Naked Truth, the political hip-hop outlet. Thank y'all for tuning in. We thank Mr. GERRY Monroe and my new host,
Lil Pookie Rogers.
And we see y'all Friday. Yep.
Thank you, David. Thank y'all for tuning in. I can't see who else on here.
What they were saying? Can I see?
Let me show you.